Today we discuss insect metamorphosis. Insect metamorphosis. All changes of form from hatching to maturity of an insect are collectively termed metamorphosis, PL metamorphosis. All insects during or molting their skin. This process is called ecdysis. The molted skin is termed exuvium. The particular form or shape of an insect between two moltings is known as instar. Thus, for example, the first instar is between hatching and first molting, the second instar between the first and the second moltings, the third instar between the second and the third molting is called imago. PL imagos, the period or between two moltings is called stadium of metamorphosis. According to the degree of change in form, the insects are divided into three groups. Ametabola, without metamorphosis. Insects in which the young pass through no or slight changes to become adults are said to be without metamorphosis. Example, silverfish, telsintails, springtails, ete. Although slight changes occur, e.g. absence of abdominal scales and styli in early instars of silverfish and addition of abdominal and antennal segments in telsintails and springtails respectively, but they do not change the appearance of the young. As these insects are considered to be primitively wingless, they are called apterygota. The young is called nymph, which is similar in appearance to the adult, but smaller in size. These insects have three life stages, viz., egg, nymph and adult. Anamorphosis is an increase in the number of segments during the postembryonic development of an insect. For example, the nymphs of telsintails have 8 abdominal segments and a telsin at the time of hatching. But 3 more segments are added between the last segment and the telsin during the development, thus making a total of 11 abdominal segments and a telsin in the adult. As this increase or anamorphosis does not change the appearance of the young, it is included in the ametabola. Hemimetbola, simple, direct or incomplete metamorphosis, insects in which the young pass through simple or gradual changes to become adults and have no pupal stage are said to be with simple metamorphosis. Example, grasshoppers, crickets, cockroaches, termites, bugs, etc. These insects are either winged or secondarily wingless. The winged insects develop their wings externally, i.e. from the wing pads or buds readily visible on the thorax of the nymph, and are thus known as exopterygota. The young is called nymph, which is similar to the adult, but smaller in size and with incompletely developed wings. The nymphs of mayflies, stoneflies, and dragonflies, in addition to the above differences, are aquatic and with gills, while the adults are aerial and without gills. Such nymphs which have a different mode of life from the adults are called naiads. Their aquatic life and possession of gills are of temporary and adaptive nature. Hence these insects also come under hemimetbola. They have 3 life stages, viz., egg, nymph, naiad, and adult. Some insects like whiteflies, male scales, and thrips are included in this type of metamorphosis, but actually they neither fit into hemimetbola nor into holometabola. The early instars of their young are without wings and called larvae. The later instars are with rudimentary wings and resemble with nymphs. The final instar is pupa-like and known as pseudopua. Holometabola, complex, indirect or complete metamorphosis, insects in which the young pass through complex or marked changes to become adults and have a pupal stage are said to be with complex metamorphosis. Example, moths, butterflies, beetles, flies, bees, wasps, etc. These insects are either winged or secondarily wingless. The winged insects develop their wings internally, i.e. the development starts within the thorax of the larva and then the wings are everted and completed within the pupa, and are thus known as endopterygota. The young is called larva, which is entirely different from the adult. There are 4 stages in their life, viz. Egg, larva, pupa and adult. Hypermetamorphosis is a type of complex metamorphosis in which all larval instars are not similar. That is, the shape of larva either goes on changing in all the instars, example, blister beetle, or the first instar is only different from the remaining instars which are similar, example, Hymenopterous parasites. It may be mentioned here that in case of complex metamorphosis
of eggs. Spherical eggs. These are rounded eggs, e.g., lemon butterfly, citrus leaf miner, hawk moth, gram cutworm and red cotton bug. Oval eggs. These are egg-like in shape, i.e. one side broadly and the other narrowly rounded, e.g., bean aphid, silverfish, rice bug, mango mealybug, maize borer, red pumpkin beetle and rice weevil. Conical eggs. These are conical in shape and with longitudinal ridges, e.g., beet armyworm. Elongate eggs. These are elongate, e.g., housefly, ak grasshopper, cotton jacid, fig borer, sand fly and bot fly. Stalked eggs. These are with a pedicel or stalk, which may be short or long, e.g., whiteflies, green lacewings, most parasitic wasps and citrusilla. Appendiculate eggs. These are with thread-like processes or appendages which come out from the upper side. Their number varies in different insects, e.g., water scorpions, Rhinotra and Nipa, and stink bugs. Sculptured eggs. These are with various designs or sculpturing, e.g., malarial mosquito, spotted bollworm, cabbage butterfly, gram caterpillar and pink gramineous borer. Elliptical eggs. These are the eggs which are equally rounded on both ends, e.g., earwigs, natal fruit fly, Ceratitis sp, sesame webworm and cottony cushion scale. Scale-like eggs. These eggs are rounded, flat and very thin like the scales of a fish, e.g., maize borer, dark-headed rice borer and jelly moth. Is the non-feeding, usually immobile, developmental stage in insects that undergo complete metamorphosis. It occurs between the larval and adult stages and is a time of intense internal change, during which the larval body is reorganized into the adult form. Pupae come in different types, depending on the insect species. Here are the main types of insect pupae. Exarate pupae. In this the appendages, legs, wings, antennae, are free and not glued to the body. For examples, beetles which belongs to order Coleoptera, lacewings, and flies. In appearance you can see the outline of the adult insect clearly. Obtect pupae and obtect pupae. The appendages are tightly bound to the body and usually encased in a hardened shell. For example, pupae of butterflies and moths which belong to order Lepidoptera, some wasps and bees that belongs to order Hymenoptera. The obtect type pupae of butterflies also known as chrysalis. Smooth and compact appearance, often with a hard outer shell. Coarctate pupae. The pupa remains inside the hardened last larval skin, called a puparium. For example, pupae higher flies, like houseflies, and fruit flies which belongs to order Diptera. Appearance of pupae looks like a capsule. The actual pupa is inside this puparium. Campodeiform or oligopod larvae. It has an elongate and flattened body, long thoracic legs and usually cerci on the end of abdomen, e.g., diving beetles, rove beetles, caddis fleas, nerve-winged insects and first instar larvae of blister beetles and stylopids. Carabiform larvae. This is a modified form of the campodeiform larva. It has flattened body, shorter legs and no cerci, e.g., crab or ground beetles, leaf beetles, fireflies and second instar larvae of blister beetles. Eruciform or polypod larvae. The body is cylindrical with both thoracic and abdominal legs, e.g., butterflies, moths, scorpion flies and sawflies. Scarabiiform larvae. The body is cylindrical and C-shaped with usually thoracic but no abdominal legs, e.g., scarab or dung beetles, cockchafer beetles, powder post beetles, spider beetles and pulse beetles. Eladeriform larvae. The body is thin, elongate, cylindrical with short thoracic legs, e.g., click beetles and darkling beetles. Platiform larvae. The body is very broad with short or no legs, e.g. some syrphid flies, humpbacked flies, platypesid flies and loncopterid flies. Vermiform or apodous larvae. The body is cylindrical, elongate, narrowing anteriorly and without legs, e.g., true flies, fleas and most parasitic wasps.
Of larvae. Caterpillar. The larvae of Lepidoptera, which includes butterflies and moths, as well as Tenthredinidae and Mecoptera, are called caterpillars. They have both thoracic and abdominal legs. Most Lepidopterous caterpillars have 5 pairs of abdominal prolegs, more in sawflies and scorpion flies, on segments 3 to 6 and 10. Semilooper. Some caterpillars of Noctuidae have only 3 pairs of abdominal prolegs and are known as semiloopers. They crawl by making half a circle of the abdomen. Looper. The caterpillars of Geometridae have only 2 pairs of abdominal prolegs and are named loopers. They move by making a complete circle or loop of their abdomen. Cutworm. The larvae of Agrotis and Euxoa are called cutworms or surface caterpillars. They're nocturnal, hiding during the day and coming out at night to cut shoots or stems of seedlings. Armyworm. The larvae of Methymna and Spodoptera are known as armyworms due to their habit of appearing in large numbers on crops. When food becomes scarce, they march in swarms to find fresh plants. Wireworm. The larvae of Elateridae are called wireworms because they're thin, elongate, and cylindrical. Maggot. Legless larvae of true flies, fleas, and parasitic wasps are called maggots. Grub. C-shaped larvae of Coleoptera and Hymenoptera are popularly known as grubs. Triangulin. The first instar larvae of blister beetles are called triangulins. They're campodeiform with long thoracic legs and cerci. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe to the channel for the next video.